Hello and welcome to another update video about the Bitcoin chart. We only want to take a look at the shorter time frame. Looking at the bigger picture doesn't make any sense. We did that over the last few days a lot. Nothing has changed. In this week, nothing has changed. The market has just been consolidating sideways. These are difficult patterns because we're dealing with back-to-back corrective and frustrating and boring price action. Even though we had some volatility, it wasn't really a boring week, but still, though, there wasn't really anything groundbreaking. So we are currently tracking. We are currently tracking in the yellow scenario a wave 1 to the upside, which completed though, but a wave 2 could be unfolding right now. So that would mean after an initial move up that tells us that the trend is up, which is the wave 1, a wave 2 followed, which is the corrective pullback, and it's still unfolding. I mean, this is the short-term bearish scenario. Okay, we start with that. Doesn't mean this is what's playing out. This is actually, I would say, the alternative, but it's also likely, right? It's also likely. We have to consider that the market hasn't made a decision yet. And we haven't really broken any of the levels that I talked about in the previous video. There is a slight break above the green dotted line. We'll take a look at that. So that makes me lean a little bit more towards the white count. And the white count is the short-term bullish one. But anyway, both are bullish as long as we're holding 92,626. It's just that if we break below the red lines, which we'll talk about in a minute, then the yellow count will be further confirmed. Now, in this wave 2, we have an A wave that bottomed on the 20th of January. The B wave is a triangle, which might be topping at any point, and then a C wave down. Might extend this weekend as triangle. The triangle might extend over the weekend. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, this is the pattern we're tracking. B wave still unfolding, C wave down to come in the short-term bearish count. But as I said, this would be the alternative. If we see a breakout to the downside, then the lower support region will be relevant here between 92,626 and 97,260. So we will have to observe this area. And yeah, but what needs to happen to confirm this scenario? So the market must, I mean, due to the breakout, it wasn't really a breakout, but slightly higher high today, it actually would need another D wave now and a lower high in wave E, and then break down below the red lines. First, below 101,250. Yeah, this is the red dotted line there. And then, so that's the first key level, right? And then we need to see a break below, and that's more relevant actually, pretty much the 100K level. That's the solid line here. So until that happens, it is possible that this triangle extends or the white count actually leads to a breakout to the upside. Now, today, sort of around the, just before the close of the US market, of the New York session, we saw a slight breakout to the upside, a breakout attempt. But why do I say breakout? Because the market broke above the previous swing high from Thursday. And why is that relevant? Because it indicates that the triangle actually could have completed in white, the bullish count, right? We were tracking an A wave to the upside from the 13th of January low to the 20th of January high, an A wave up. This here could be a B wave triangle, again in 5 waves. These triangles are A, B, C, D, E patterns. And just due to that slight upside breakout attempt, it is at least possible, worth considering, that this move up here is a wave 1. Yeah, triangle completed. This is a wave 1. We're now forming a wave 2 pullback. I'm not really convinced by it, but I'm watching it. I'm tracking it. And it means that if this white count already completed the triangle, then it shouldn't break anymore below the 78.6 fib level. It shouldn't break anymore below 103,268. Yeah, it just shouldn't. So if it does, then, what's the invalidation point? Invalidation point for the white count is the last swing low here at 102,250. Actually, I need to shift it to here. So this is the invalidation point for the white count. This is where the end of the triangle happened, potentially, right? You could say it's an ugly 5-wave move up, So maybe this is wave 1 and this is now a wave 2 pullback. We'll see how it develops over the weekend, but that's what I'm watching. That means the white count has a very, very clear invalidation level and also a level below which the probabilities for the white count will reduce, which is 103,268. I'd say now the market shouldn't, if the white count is playing out, shouldn't break below 103,268. At the moment, this is only a potential, but should the market now break out above the green solid line next, this is very much, this would very much confirm that we are moving towards 125k. Yeah. So we need a little bit more evidence from an analysis point of view. This is another pullback here. Invalidation point is clear, but it has a lot of, there's a lot of opportunities still to morph. Please be aware of that, right? So I'd say the main level here at the moment is 92,626. And this is really the key support, because below that level, I have to assume that the larger degree fourth wave that presumably bottomed on the 30th of January is still unfolding. That's the main level. And then short term, obviously, we have this 1-2 setup to watch for. Okay, if that's invalidating, then we might fall back into a triangle. And the triangle breakout to the downside, I just told you, it would be this breakout confirmation to the downside is that red solid line at around 100k. So you could say we've got an invalidation point for the 1-2 setup, and then it falls back into the triangle, and then the 100k level is the next support. And the main level, however, is 92,626. And that needs to be, we need to distinguish between these, because some people like to give it a bit more space, and some people try to trade very, very tight stops. So important to call all of these out. So yeah, and not much more to say, really. So I wish you a great start to the weekend. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, you can vote on X, on Twitter, for a coin for me to analyze there on the weekend. And I think Trump could be winning, or Ondo. We've got a poll there running. So if you're interested in one of these coins, check out our X profile. There's a poll running, I think, until tomorrow or so. Or I might run out in a few hours. So you can still vote. And then I'll publish that video on Saturday. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.